Do you ever feel like that on paper your business looks absolutely amazing, but in reality, you're just one missed deadline away from it all completely breaking down? So you've got the clients, you have the income, you even have a bunch of great ideas for moving from one-to-one to a one-to-many format, but you have absolutely no time, no space to think, and absolutely drained of creative energy. If you are drowning in one-on-one client work and want to move to a more sustainable business model, this video is your permission slip and your lifeline. Let's be honest, you did not start your business to become your own worst boss. I mean, that's the whole point of starting our own business, right? When you work solely with one-on-one clients, the trap is very real. It starts with saying yes to one more client. There's always one more that you have to add because we want to make money, yes? But then the admin and the client task, they start piling up really fast. And because of this, any ideas you have to move to a more sustainable business model, boom, starts getting shoved to the side and you don't even work on it. And then suddenly you're absolutely drained, tired, exhausted, resenting your business, and you no longer feel energized and excited about anything that you have to do in your business. The truth is, working solely with one-on-one clients is not a sustainable business growth model or strategy. That's why a lot of us want to move to a one-to-many format. But the problem is we are so overwhelmed with the one-on-one client work that we find it almost impossible to move to the one-to-many. So the issue is not that you're lazy and it's not that you're not working hard enough. It's that we're focusing on urgency instead of working more with our daily energy levels. So here's what flipped everything for me. I loved working with my one-on-one clients, but the problem was I was painfully aware that this was not a sustainable business model and I wasn't going to grow my business or scale it the way that I wanted to. But I was absolutely drowning in one-on-one client work and I was barely having any time for my family. So how was I going to handle one-on-one clients, handle one-to-many, and handle my family at the same time? It wasn't until I became aware of my daily energy levels and then started working on my tasks according to how much energy they took and when I felt most energetic. Because let's face it, you can have the time and still not have the capacity to do all the stuff that you're planning to do. So the first thing you need to do if you want to get that one-on-one client work under control so that you can make the room to create that awesome one-to-many membership or course, try this 3-part energy first system that I used and has completely and 100% changed the way I approach my workday. The first part is to know your energy zones. So for me, my mornings are usually high energy and I save that for the creative work. I save that for planning my one-to-many offers and working on any energy intensive client work. In the afternoons, that's when I have my energy lull. So I'll do low energy cost tasks or I'll schedule an intentional break. In the evenings, strictly and absolutely no working. It is reserved for me and my family because everybody is home. And you know what? I feel absolutely no guilt about that. Number 2, you're going to match the tasks to your mental load. So this means the energy you have to expend or use in order to get them done. So for my high energy times, like I said before, I'm using that to be creative. I'm using that to do the high impact tasks that are going to move my business towards the growth I want it to have. So for example, new client calls or client meetings, I moved those into the part of my day where my energy is starting to dip because they really don't take that much energy. And that's a great place to put those. And any of the stuff that is just soul sucking boring, I do one of 2 things. I either move them into that dip that's going into the lull in my day and do those and just knock them out, or I delegate them to a specific day and a specific time and I get them done. Number 3 is something that so many online entrepreneurs leave out. Because when we say productivity, we're thinking we're always chugging and not stopping. This is going to be non-negotiable, and I want you to schedule it in your energy lull during the day. This is recovery time. We tend to think with productivity that rest or recovery is lazy, but it is not. If you want to be more productive, you have to schedule this recovery, rest, and refresh time into your schedule every single day. Even 20 minutes of recovery time is absolutely essential to being more productive. Here's the real talk. If you are 100% looking into starting group programs, digital offers, or even just wanting less chaos in your workday, you've got to start making room right now. And please don't quit cold turkey all your clients overnight. That's a whole other bag of worms that you don't even want to touch. But you do need to regain control of your day so that you can create the space to build something even bigger and more amazing than you could ever imagine. So now that we looked at the 3-part energy-based system, now we're going to look at 3 small shifts you can make to start regaining control of your day. Number 1, you've got to audit that calendar. We tend to like to get a little crazy with the colors and kind of time blocking to the minute, even going to the bathroom. No, we don't want to do that. Doing this with our calendar tends to create more problems than needs to be. So look at that calendar and ask yourself, does this really need to be on my calendar? Can I delete it, or could I delegate it either to another person or to another day? Number 2 is so important. You want to set at least 1 to 2 CEO blocks every week. You need to treat this block as your future building zone. So for me, in my high energy time, I will block that off for my CEO day. And that means no client work, only me and my vision. Number 3 is so important, and that is setting boundaries around communications. Maybe I'm calling you out. Hey, I've called myself out on this. I've done it too. When our phones are constantly going off and we are replying to messages all day long, replying to emails all day long. So instead of doing that and being distracted from getting the high impact tasks done, I want you to set aside at least 1 or 2 times in the day that are strictly for reading and responding to any communication that is coming in. Because I want you to protect your focus like your revenue depends on it. And actually it does. I can help you with that first shift. Get my free no BS calendar cleanup guide today and start getting that calendar in order. Don't worry, you are not falling behind anymore. You're just 1 shift away from becoming the CEO that you were meant to be. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you out, please let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because I drop videos every Friday at 12 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. If you're interested in creating a reset routine that's going to boost your productivity, check out the video below to learn more.